Hello, this is Kim with Crochet with Kim. I am so excited to be with you today. I'm here with another crochet pattern. Actually, this time I'm going to try to make something for myself. I've been trying to make me something for I don't know how long. So I figured this would be the perfect time to try to make something for myself, but at the same time show you a new stitch. I'm going to try to make myself a little swing jacket. Nothing too fancy, just something for the cooler days during the summer, but at the same time something easy to just throw on and keep going with your day. Without any further ado, I'm going to begin with a eye hook, a size 9 or a 5.5 millimeter hook. I have some cotton yarn here. It is called Lime for Crafter's Secret. I am going to begin, or I have begun my chain with a multiple 3 plus 1. I have myself 73 chains. The multiple of 3, which is the 72, plus 1 will make it 73. Once you have begun this that and have your chain ready to go, we're going to begin with a 2 double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to have 2 double crochets in the 4th chain from the hook. Then we're going to skip 2, so 1 and 2, and in that 3rd chain we'll put 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. And I have my chains a little loose this time, because I'm learning that with some of these, when you have a design pattern where you're starting your chain out with double crochets or singles or half doubles or trebles, you tend to draw it tighter and it starts bowing. So I began with a looser chain, and I want it to be a more of a drapey type jacket or a swing coat or sweater or whatever I want to call it. But with that in mind, I want to make sure that the bottom part of it is not drawn too tight. Okay, so we will continue on to skip 2, and then in that 3rd chain we'll put 3 more double crochets. And we will skip 2, and we cannot forget about this stitch. It's right underneath. It's kind of hard to see, but when you pull it, it disappears. So okay, and I did it. So 1 and 2, and in this 3rd chain put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now pull me out some more yarn here, and we'll skip 2, and in that 3rd chain skip 2, 1 and 2, And in this third chain, 3 double crochets. Skip 2. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this first row, and I will be right back. Okay? Hello again. So now that we're at the end of the row, in the very last stitch we are to place 2 double crochets. Once we have completed our row here, and that is the completion of row 1. Okay, so now we're going to go right over to row 2, and I'm going to help myself out here by kind of blocking this off, because sometimes what I'll do, I'll read the prior rows and do that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip the first double crochet, which is right here at the end here, this one right here. And then we're going to double crochet into each of the next 2 double crochets. So we're going to go right into the top of this one, double crochet, in the top of this one, double crochet. Now what we're going to do, we're going to double crochet around the 2 posts of the last 2 double crochet made. So we're going to go around these 2 posts and double crochet. Oops. And we're going to make sure that we try to keep that as loose as possible, because we don't want to draw it too tight. So now what we're going to do, once we double crochet in the last 2, skip the next double crochet. So skip this last one here, that last double crochet, and then we will double crochet in these next 2. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to go around these 2 posts. I don't like that being so big. I'm trying to not put too much tension, but I'm not putting enough. So we'll go around and loosely do a double crochet around, and this yarn is splitting. So 1 and 2. We will skip this double crochet right here and double crochet in the next 2. And this is the repeat for this row 2. We'll yarn over and go around both posts. And I keep wanting to do a half double, but it's actually a double crochet. Skip this double crochet right here and double crochet into the next 2. and then wrap around both posts and pull through. And then we will skip this double crochet right there, that third double crochet in that 3 double crochet cluster, so to speak, in that row previous, and then wrap around, pull through 2, pull through 2, skip this double crochet right here and go right into the next one of the next set of 3, 1 and 2, and then wrap yarn over and wrap around the 2 posts, and then we will skip that third double crochet in that cluster and go right over to the very first one of the next cluster and double crochet in the next 2, yarn over and wrap around both, and then we will skip that third double crochet right there, go right into the next one of the first 2 double crochets of the next set of cluster stitches, wrap around, pull through 2 and pull through 2, skip, double crochet, next 2, yarn over, wrap around both double crochets, really loose tension. And this is why I try to use a bigger hook, because you want it to be really flexible and flowing. Wrap around both, and then we're skipping that third one, the very first one of the next double crochet cluster, just the first 2, yarn over and wrap around both posts. And this is the pattern for this row 2. Yarn over, wrap, and we skip that last double crochet of that cluster and over into the first 2 of the next cluster. And we'll skip that third one there, and then we'll have the next 2, so 1 and 2, and then yarn over and wrap around both posts. We're skipping here, we're going over into these next 2 right here, so 1 and 2, and then you wrap yarn when you yarn over and you wrap it around, pull through 2, pull through 2. We're skipping that last double crochet and into the next 2 of the next group. 1 and 2, yarn over, come through, pull through. I have hardly any tension, just to keep it, well, maybe I need a little bit of tension, but a little bit of tension, not much. There we go. And then we'll skip this one right here and then to the next 2. 1 and 2, yarn over, wrap, pull through 2, skip right into this next one and the second one. And we will pull through 2, pull through 2. And then skip. And then the first double crochet, the second double crochet, yarn over, and pull through 2, and pull through 2. Skip, next double crochet, second, yarn over, ooh, got away from me. Okay, yarn over. Oh, it keeps splitting. You gotta put enough tension on it to keep it from splitting. Skip this one and right into these next 2 double crochets. We put double crochet in each one of those. 1 and 2. And then wrap around these 2 posts. And then skip. Two, wrap, okay, we're down to our last two here. Yarn over, wrap, do 2, and then in the third chain we put a double crochet because we'll skip here, and then we will just go ahead and yarn over and go right into this last one. Counting the top of that chain 3 and double crochet. I don't like it because it'll pull in. So I go down to 2. And then draw and draw. Pull through 2, pull through 2. And this is what, and as you can see, the sun is peeking through my blinds again. But this is what it's looking like so far. Okay. Now we're moving on to row 3. In row 3, we want us to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Turning our work. This counts as a double crochet. We're going to skip the first double crochet and double crochet and 2 double crochet in the next double crochet. So we're going to skip the first double crochet. Now this is tricky because we usually are counting this as our double, but this is actually our double crochet, which is this first, because if you look at it, there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. We do have technically 3 double crochets there. However, we are going to go in the center, one and 2. All right. Then we'll double crochet. We'll put 3 double crochet in the next double crochet. You know, these always confuse me. This is why I like doing. This is usually counted as the first. We're skipping that and we're going in this one. So sorry. And this always catches me up. Then we will skip a double crochet, which would be that center one, and in this next one right here we will do 3 double crochets. Okay, then we will skip the next one, which is right here. This very first one, you see, we'll have 1, 2, and 3. We do have 3 double crochets there, but that wraparound one is considered the first double crochet. This center one is our second double crochet, and we will put 3 double crochets in there. We will skip, and in that center 3 double crochets. Skip this first one here. This is the second one, and this is the third one. We're going right in the center. Skip this one right here. There's the center, and there's the first one. We're going into that center one. So 1, 2, and 3. Skip 1, and in that center 1, 2, and 3. Skip, go into the center one, You see how it's turning out, seeing how this looking. One, two, and three. We're skipping and then going right into the center one. One, two, and three. Skip. One, two, and three. Skip. Skip. And three. This is actually going to be my back panel. One and two. This is going to be my back panel. Got probably once this is long, probably go down to my hip. I'm just going to make two front panels the very same way. Same design, just two basic panels, just something to kind of throw on. Nothing really fancy, but this design is so cute. And I tried to work this pattern before, and that first stitch always confused me when it says skip the first double crochet. So are they meaning that the first double crochet or the last double crochet at the end of the row? And so as you can see, that it puzzled me even still, but I think I have it. And skip right in that center there. Put our 3 double crochets. And then we will skip this one in here. Oops, I'm sorry. Shaking the table. Skip that first one. Into that. Put your 3 double crochet. Skip that one. And then to this center one right here. Skip and into the second one. And now that we're at the end, I don't know how long or how short but we will put 2 double crochets in the top of the chain 3 space. So that is what the pattern is looking like so far. And this is why I chose to use a bigger hook, because it's not bowing on me. And I was discovering that the smaller hooks was bowing, and I didn't want them to bow. So it's a nice clean look. And we will now repeat row 2. So row 2, and it's a 2-row repeat. We will go ahead and chain our 3. Chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn our work. And then we will skip the first double crochet. So in this case, I'm believing that it's this first double crochet that they're speaking of, not this one, but this one. And then once we skip, we will double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. So we will double crochet here and double crochet here. And then we will, this is our wraparound row. I'm trying not to give it too much tension, but I think I didn't give it quite enough. Okay. We will skip the 3rd double crochet right here, and we will double crochet in the top of the next 2. We yarn over, wrap around, not too loose but not too tight, kind of like moderate tension. Wrap. And I kind of have to hold this one a little firm because of the splitting of the yarn. You know, it kind of splits on me, so I have to give it a little bit more tension. So 1 and 2. And then we'll go and wrap around. See how if I don't pull enough tension here, and we will pull through and pull through. Pull through and pull through. Then the next 2, you remember we skipped the last double crochet in the group. We are only double crocheting in the first 2. Yarn over and wrap and pull through 2 and pull through 2. Skip the last double crochet in that group. Go to the first 2 double crochets of the next group of 3. Pull through and pull through. Then pull that tension. You can work with any yarn. You can work with any hook. It's just that if you're a tight crocheter, you really do want to work with a bigger hook, If you are a person that do not have a good tight tension or do not crochet tight, then I will go, it would be safe to use a G hook, maybe an H, depending on the tension. So we will skip this last one. We'll go to these next two. And we will yarn over and go through this space. Yarn over, wrap around, and there we go. Skip that last double crochet in that group, and then the first 2 double crochet. And I will, once I finish this, I will definitely have shots of it where I can show you what it looks like complete. So we're making sure it's that so many times I do these different designs and I'm like, oh, I really like that. I wish I had started it with a longer chain. And I think what I might do is just finish the panels and then come back on and show you how I'll put it together. That might be an idea. Alright, and then we'll just continue to do this. We'll skip that 3rd double crochet, and then the next 2 double crochets, put a double crochet in each of the next 2. Yarn over, and there we go. Skip this one and then go right over here to the next one. 1 and 2. And yarn over. Then we will skip that last one. And it is a really straightforward pattern. I goofed in it because the first double crochet can be kind of confusing depending on where you are in your project. You know, if you're on the first or second row. And we will continue on here. Wrap. See how it splits? That let you know that I kind of let loose some of my tension. But there you go. One and 2. And then we will wrap. skip, go right into that next group, 1 and 2. Yarn over, go through that space. One and 2. One and 2. Wrap. One and 2. Two. There we're coming up towards our end. Here. Skipping that third one and going right into the first 2. Yeah. Skipping that last one, 1 and 2. And then going over and pull through 2, and pull through 2. And we're at the end. We're just skipping all of these and going right into that third stitch, which I don't like. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. They say put a double crochet there. I think it will be fine. You really have to have a very, very loose tension, or it will bow, and that's what you don't want it to do. But that is actually a very, very nice pattern. And this is my end, this is my other end. So as you can see, it is coming together really nice. I am going to do row 3 with you one more time, and then I think you all will have it. I think that it will be just really easy to follow into the formation of it once you get the first stitch part of it. So in row 3, you chain up 3, which counts as a double crochet, and it says to skip the first double crochet. In this particular skipping, we're skipping this double crochet right here, this very first one where we wrapped it around. We're going into the second one, the second double crochet here, and we're doing our 3 double crochets into that stitch. So that would be the only part where I will get confused, and it is easy to do because the first stitch or the first double crochet could be the chain 3, or that second where we ended with 2 double crochets, which this is what we do, and this at the end of this one we'll put 2 double crochets at the end of this particular row. And then when it says skip the first double crochet, it's actually the second double crochet of that chain one, that when we chain three, I'm sorry, and you'll see that double crochet which we have like down here. This is the double crochet that they're speaking of skipping, so it can be kind of confusing. That's where I got hung up on. I'm sorry, I was hung up on that one, and it threw me for a loop. I let it rest for a week, and then I said I'll try it again next week. Because I tried it last week and it was like it was a total confusion for me. But I got it this week. So I hope that this has been a fun pattern for you to learn. And it's the center stitch, okay, of this particular row. So because you're skipping a double crochet, you're skipping one in the beginning, which is this one right here, and you're skipping this one at the end, which is right here. You're skipping this one that's in that next group, and you're going right into the center. So I'm going to lift this up just a little bit and move it back just a little bit. So it's this one that we're skipping and in the center. So technically it is 3 double crochets there. It's just the third one, as you know, is a wraparound. So the wraparound stitch. And then I'm gonna make me a little jacket. And again, when I get finished with that, or when I get finished with the panels, I'll probably want to come back and show you how I'm going to put it together. I'll try to do the sleeve. You know, I might just do a 3/4 length sleeve. Well, it'll reach down to my elbow maybe. I have short arms, so it's not going to take much. A 3/4 inch will be almost like a full jacket on me. So, but I'll just try to get it down to the fold of the elbow. And see how it comes out. I might even try to get me maybe some little clasp that I can put on the front of it. Nothing too fancy, but something kind of to give it a little decor. I want to make it at least long enough for my hips, around about my hip area, maybe just above my thigh. I'm short, so it shouldn't take very long. I'm only 5 feet tall, so it shouldn't take me too long. It's just putting the panels together that's going to be the fun part. I remember putting together my son's robe. I made him a robe with chunky yarn. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. He walks around like he's king or something. He is down to his ankles, so he's covered whenever he gets out of the shower, especially when we was having those really cold sub-degree temperatures. he gets out of the shower, he's fully covered from head to toe. He didn't have any draft whatsoever. He was happy and I was ecstatic. So we're heading into the end of this row. And once we get to the end, we're putting 2 double crochets in the turning chain. So we'll go ahead and get this. And the reason why I love bright colors. I love bright colors. This will, I'm gonna make me several different colors of it if I like it really well and it turns out the way I like for it to turn out. I might make me maybe some bright colors and then make some dark colors like some reds or some black, or and just have all kind of jackets. Okay. So I don't like the way that bends in. I usually like to go down to the second stitch instead of the top of the third. I like to go to the second one. And I'll just put 2 there. Kind of square it off a little better. So, I know I can't get the whole thing in here. But this is what it's looking like so far. And that is a very, very nice pattern. I love it. This will be perfect for the spring or just as it's getting cool for the fall. It's not really cold yet, but the temperatures are cooling down. This would be absolutely wonderful. And then that's when I will change over to maybe like my maybe I can make me some browns or some blues and different things like that. And then I just start this out, but I think you guys have it. You all are so wonderful and so smart, so I know that you got this. We will chain 3, and then we will skip the first double crochet. In this case is this one right here, right there. That's the first double crochet, and then we will double crochet in the next 2. So that's the only thing that you really will have to be careful with, is when they say for you to skip double crochet when you have 2 double crochets. It's split on me again. Maybe gotta tighten my tension a little bit. Alright, so when it says for you to skip the first double crochet, it is technically meaning the second double crochet. In the rows where there isn't a second double crochet, it means to actually skip when you're getting ready to do the 3 double crochets in a cluster. When it asks for you to skip, it's asking you actually to skip the chain 3 space. So it is how you can receive it, perceive it, but whenever it's the 2 double crochets, it's actually meaning to skip the second one. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm so excited about this because I can hardly wait to get it finished. I'll let you know just how many rows that I've completed with this particular pattern for my jacket, and then possibly with everything that I'm working on a big project now. I'm hopefully I can get it done before Father's Day, but I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. But I will have the panels, and maybe I can show you what I did with the panels, what panels I made, and then how I'm going to put it together. Because I'm thinking that I might want to crochet it together instead of just doing the darning needle and sew it in, but I haven't figured that out yet. It's all about security of the stitches and all that good stuff, so all that plays a big factor. But for right now, I will say thank you so very much for being with me. I hope that you enjoy this pattern. If you can give this a like and possibly subscribe, I will truly appreciate it. I would like to meet some crocheting friends if possible. But until next time, this is Kim with Crochet with Kim. I hope that you have yourself a wonderful, beautiful day.